Hey, what's up, guys? It is time. It's 2019, and I've been thinking a lot about this video and what I'm going to do with this series of videos that I'm going to be posting here about the changes that I've made in my company. Yes, I'm going to talk about them. Yes, I'm going to outline them. And yes, I'm hopefully going to give you guys some insight as to what brought on the changes that I made within my company and what I've done and how I've done a complete kind of turnaround in the past year. I didn't post a lot of videos last year. That was by design. I had way too much going on with my company for me to even kind of think about doing videos on a daily or weekly basis like I was doing the year before. So I stepped back. I also had to step back and think about what I wanted to do with this company. I've been blessed and lucky enough to grow my company to a seven-figure business. It's been a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of energy and time. And after doing it for over 20 years, I think just as a human being, like as a person, you get complacent. And I think that started happening to me several years ago. And I didn't really realize it. And I think complacency in business is death. That's my opinion. I think if you get complacent in your company, in business, you are going to be in a lot of trouble if you don't get out of that um, mindset soon. So, my regroup of the company, my reboot, my restart, my blowing up of this business, what does that entail and why did I do it? First thing, number one, if you're going to do something like that, or if you're going to start a business from scratch, first thing you have to do is figure out what's going on up here. Because that's really where it's all coming from when you are the man, you're the business owner, you're the CEO, you're the sole proprietor. What's going on upstairs has a lot to do with what's going on around here. Whether you've got one employee or 50 or 5,000, what's going on up here affects what's going on around you. Period. So I had a lot of stuff going on upstairs that maybe wasn't lining up with my company. There were a lot of things that I think needed to be changed. But I didn't want to change them. I just wanted to keep going and dealing with things on a day to day basis and maybe not look at the big picture. But early last year, I had a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and a lot of things that needed to be fixed. So it took me an entire year, like all of 2018, just to get through and figure out and take inventory, take stock of things around here, take stock of things that are going on upstairs in my brain, and what am I going to do with this company that I built over 20 some years? What am I going to do with it? Close the doors? Keep it open? Grow it? Make it smaller? Lots of questions. And luckily, I've had the ability to learn from a lot of industry, just major people in this industry. I've been so lucky to sit down and talk to and have conversations with and get to be friends with people that are way bigger than I am in this industry. Way bigger. People that have sold their companies for millions of dollars. People that have grown their business to $30 million. People that have been doing this a lot longer than I have. I've had the luxury of sitting down with them and learning from them. And I learned a lot over the years, a ton. But with all that knowledge and with all my experience of doing this, I still make mistakes. And that's the thing. I mean, transparency is huge, right? Mistakes happen in business, it's how you deal with them. If you keep letting them pile up over and over and over and kind of brush them off, put them in the back, you're going to end up with a big problem at some point. So I had a lot of changes and a lot of things that I had to go over with my employees, with people that worked here, with clients, bad clients, vendors. Like I've done so much purging, and we're going to talk about that. But today, I want to talk about the why. Why do you even want to keep doing this? I had to ask myself that question. Why? Why do I want to keep doing the same thing I've been doing for over 20 years? I used to tell myself that I love the game. I love the game of business, and I do. Um, when we started out and I worked in the field every day, you had to do a great job out there and go out there and just take care of 50 properties or 20 properties or whatever it was that particular day. Didn't do 50. But the point is there's a difference between being out in the field and running the business and having other people working in the field for you. So last year I had over 25 field employees. I'm not last year, but in 2017. In 2018, I dropped my employees down to about 15. So I almost cut my field staff in half. Because in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm not happy with the direction we're going here. I'm not happy with the way things are going at my company. There are a lot of things that I just don't like anymore, that I don't want to deal with anymore. And it was very difficult for me to say that, hey, I'm going to downsize. I'm going to get rid of customers. I'm going to literally cut my employee staff down almost in half. I'm going to cut my revenue for a company that I built up. I'm going to cut the revenue. Why? Because what's going on upstairs with me at this point in my life, and I'm not saying it's right for everybody. Everybody's at a different stage in their companies. You might be the guy that started last week. Maybe you're the guy that's been in business longer than I have. We're all in different stages in our businesses. So all I can give you is the insight of where I'm at with my company and what I've been doing these past 20 some years and where I'm at right now. And I'm still learning and I'm still trying to figure it out. Bottom line is step one to blowing up your business, to restarting your business, is to find out inside your mind what you want. What do you want as the owner, as the guy in charge, as the person that is making the decisions? Are you still on track? Or have you completely changed as a person, as a business owner? Your goals, your vision, has that changed over the years? For the most part, I would say that's probably an accurate statement that a lot of people change over the years when they're running a company. I mean, we change as people. Things happen. You grow older. Things change in your personal lives. Things change in your professional lives. I don't know what's going to happen in 2019. Just like I didn't know the first day of 2018 what was going to happen that year. But I know from experience and the years I've been doing this that I needed to make some serious changes, and I had to take stock and inventory inside of me first. And what does that mean? That meant for me, it was time to pull the reins back a little bit. It was time to cut back everything so that I could manage it better, so that I could see everything that's going on, so that I could take restock in what I'm doing with my company and ask myself, is this what I want? Is this the company that I want? The company that I see, the company that my clients see, that my vendors see, that people see when they're out on the road, is that the same company that I see and that I want for my business? And I had to really be honest with myself and say, listen, I don't know if this is really what I want anymore. And so I decided to cut it all back, tear it down, blow it up. And it's a very scary type feeling because you can just keep going and doing the same thing and growing the business and bringing in more revenue, hiring more people, buying more equipment, trucks, trailers, etc. That's all fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that vision has to be the same as this vision. And if it's not, for me anyway, if it's not, then I don't really want to be in that game. So I had to make some drastic changes with the company, but it started with me first. Like personally on my journey through life, it started with me. And I spent a lot of time just thinking and writing and journaling and talking to people and digging inside of my own self to figure out what I want to do with this business. And it's going to be different for everybody. If you're planning on doing something like this, it's going to be different for you. So some of the things that I came up with were just a more focused, laser-focused company, a more innovative company, a more positive culture company, better relationships with my employees, better relationships with my customers. I fired customers. I purged a lot of stuff. Wasn't easy, but I did it. So, starting in 2019, which we are right now, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys. But the first thing that I did, the first step before anything, before getting rid of customers, before downsizing my business, before making that decision, was to listen to myself, take some time, and think about what it is that I want to do with this business. Step one, figure out what you want to do. Step one, do that, and I'll talk to you next time.